What's up, guys? Today we'll be looking at the most impressive freshmen from the 2022 college football season. In other words, the most exciting 2023 sophomores. These guys are going to be super exciting to watch next season and are going to be eligible for the 2025 NFL draft. There's tons of freshmen who never got the chance to show their talent because naturally they're young, so upperclassmen are going to play above them. But anyways, I'm super excited to see who emerges next season, and that's not on this list. Also, I didn't put much thought into the order, but the top two were saved for a reason, so here we go. At 10, I have a super exciting freshman in Jaden Ott. The class of 2022 doesn't fall short of promising running backs at all, and the next one up is going to be Jaden Ott. Even while playing on a 4-8 Cal team, he managed to get 897 yards and 8 touchdowns his freshman year. He has a combination of shiftiness and the ability to bounce off tackles, as you can see there. And he's going to build off that in 2023. So if you see Cal football on, at least watch it for Jaden Ott. Next up, we have safety Malachi Starks. I'm sure many of you have heard his name. He's looking to be one of the most exciting freshman safeties, and he has Georgia's defense to support him. He's on a team which he can thrive, obviously, with Georgia. Scary front seven, makes the job on the secondary much easier, and vice versa. Starks is 6'1", 205, so has good size for a safety. He had 2 interceptions and 7 pass deflections his freshman season, and you could definitely look for that stat line to improve next year. So Jalen Carter's off to the draft, so of course Georgia D-line's going to take a second to get back to where it was, right? No. We have Mikael Williams, and although Mikael Williams is more of an outside guy compared to Jalen Carter, he's still a beast. He had 4.5 sacks his freshman year, and he's quite a specimen. He's 6'5", 265, super scary, and Kirby Smart will once again have a menacing D-line as they look to three-peat. If not, Georgia has the number 2 ranked 2023 class looking to take over, so he has that with him too. Alright, so you guys know me. I can never fit 10 players into a top 10. I always gotta squeeze an extra one in at least. So here we got Isaiah Bond and then also Kendrick Law. It's not going to be long before Bama has another star wide receiver. Both these guys are smaller, shifty, and fast. One of these two will probably take over in 2023. I left off Kobe Prentice because he's already shown he's probably going to be the number 2. And I wanted to give these guys some spotlight because Prentice had a really good year his freshman year too. So there's his spotlight, but these two get theirs right now. Also, there's Aaron Anderson, who could very well be on the guy or be that guy next year. And for some reason, there was a lot of transfers out of Bama at the wide receiver position as well. So that's going to open up some spots for these guys. For now, I really like what I saw from Bond, and I would bet on him specifically. He's super shifty, but I really do hope all of these guys have much success. Some people are saying he's the next Charles Woodson, and that is Will Johnson. He's a 6'3" cornerback, something NFL teams dream of now. He had 3 interceptions as a freshman and 25 total solo tackles. He also earned the second best press coverage grade among all college cornerbacks with an 84.5, according to PFF. He was the number 1 player of his class from Michigan and could be the best player on the team that just went to the college football playoff, so definitely watch out for him. I had to decide between 2 Penn State players. Here's Nick Singleton. The other was going to maybe be Abdul Carter, but I decided to go with Singleton because of the way Penn State running backs seem to pan out. So Singleton made the preseason All-American freshman team heading into the year. He's 6 feet 219 and was the top running back of his class coming out of high school. He had nearly 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns. He averaged 6.8 yards a carry, which is unbelievable as a freshman. And he has serious potential to be the next Saquon Barkley for Penn State, so hopefully we see that next year. I'm sure you guys know who Travis Hunter is. I had to put him up here. Many would say 4 is too low still, but I told you, the ranking doesn't matter too much. Hunter was the first ever number 1 ranked prospect in his class to go to an HBCU, and that happened to be Jackson State with Deion Sanders. He transferred to Colo to follow Deion. He's simply a beast. He played wide receiver and cornerback for Jackson State. He's 6'1", 165 pounds, which will probably get bigger in the offseason. He doesn't need to, but he probably will. And Colorado just signed Cormani McClain, the #1 cornerback in the 2023 class. So those two are going to be quite the combo at Colorado. And they're going to be a fun-ass team to watch. Side note, Miami fans got to stop hating on McClain. He's a high schooler. He wants to go play for the best cornerback ever. Can't blame him. I would do the same thing. All right, entering the top 3 here, I have Cade Klubnik. He was really the only freshman quarterback that had a lot of hype around his name last year. There was Connor Wigman, but basically Cade Klubnik, he got most of the play time in his big games this year. First being the ACC championship game against UNC. He went 20 for 24 with 279 yards and a touchdown. The next being the Orange Bowl against Tennessee, where he went 30 for 54 with 320 yards and 2 interceptions. That's not exactly how you want with the 0-2 touchdown to interception ratio, but as a freshman and with 54 passing attempts, mistakes are going to be expected. He has a very solid team surrounding him next year, and he could be competing to be the next Caleb Williams. I hope you guys know who these next 2 are. You definitely will by the end of next year. First up, I have Javon Judkins at 2. He's a monster. Technically the second string running back behind Zach Evans, who declared for the NFL draft. Judkins somehow had nearly 1,600 yards and 16 touchdowns last season as a freshman. He's going to be the main guy next year, and Ole Miss is going to have a good quarterback to pair with Judkins, whether that's Jackson Dart, Sanders, or Walker Howard. Don't be surprised if Judkins is a Heisman candidate next year. In my opinion, undoubtedly the most exciting freshman in 2022 was Harold Perkins Jr., Perk 40. He was a monster his freshman year at LSU. He finished the year with 39 solo tackles, 7.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and an interception as a true freshman. He's 6'2", 220 pounds, and is technically a Louisiana native. He had to move to Texas early on because of Hurricane Katrina. But LSU had the 6th best recruiting class for 2023, so Perkins will have that help coming in, and himself was the 4th best of his class, and yeah, he had help on his way, so LSU will be scary with him next year. All right, here I have some honorable mentions. I have Barrion Brown from Kentucky, Calvin Banks from Texas, Will Campbell from LSU, and then Mason Graham, the D lineman from Michigan, and Terrion Arnold from Alabama. And that's going to wrap it up. I hope you liked it. Let me know if I missed anyone, and I'll see you in the next one.